Hey, what's up? I'm Allie and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing kind of a more chill, relaxed type video. Basically, I've been coming up with kind of brainstorming some video ideas and I came up with kind of the series that was related around celebrities and blah 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 blah. And then I realized a lot of that wasn't possible because I'm not really reading anything. And I came across Marie Claire's shelf portrait videos. I hadn't really watched any of them. But in my search of this, I was like, I should rate celebrity bookshelves. Why not? I'm a librarian and I read things, and I also have quite a large collection myself. And I do feel like I have seen my bookshelves pinned on Pinterest a good many times, so maybe like I have a thing. Like I feel semi sort of qualified to do this. Friendly reminder that your shelves are for you, and however you want to have them is up to you, and it doesn't matter. It doesn't like negotiate the fact that like you're a real reader or not, no matter what you do. If you own 1 book, if you own 0 books, if you own 6 million books, it's all good and fun as a reader. In my search of this, I did see that there was a channel, Uncardly, had already done this before, and I do think the ones that I'm going to be looking at are not the same ones that she looked at, and I haven't watched any of these. It's going to be like a blind react type thing, but I think I'm mostly going to be looking at like, 1, the aesthetic, what they actually have on their shelves, and 3, I guess how they present the shelves. Take this with a grain of salt. This is obviously my personal choice on something. These could be like fantastic shelves, but they're celebrities, so I'm expecting a lot. So let's see. I have a first glimpse here. 5 Total Strangers. Kind of looks like an arc. Harlan Coben, Lucy Foley. That's all I'm really seeing that's sticking out.
At the library, when I say little, it's little, but
I can already see, I'm assuming it's the cabinet behind her, and I like the look of that. I like that it's a little different.
Bookshelf. It's really special to me. I've had it in my family for as long as I can remember, and my parents actually gave it to me. These are my little guys. They bring me a lot of peace.
I can't see the full bookshelf yet, but I'm loving.
And this was my mom's
the antique feel.
Tea set.
That's my current aesthetic that I love.
As a house gift, which was very kind of her.
The other thing I love is that it has glass doors, which is great for keeping dust off. Okay, we can already tell there doesn't look like there's much organization happening here, but they just look like they're brimming with life. Like something about the slant of the books and the way they're kind of piled in there makes me feel like they're well loved in a way.
These are a collection of books that I have.
Okay, I see To All the Boys I Loved Before and The Woman in the Window. I don't care for Lucy Foley. I see Saw Kill Girl, so we have a little bit of variety in age range here. I do see some James Patterson. We won't hold it against her. I mean, I can't give her points off because they're movie covers, because she is the movie cover. But like,
this one is
it's the movie cover.
Movie tie-in is The Douche Journals by Schmidt. A definitive account of one man's genius, Schmidt. Art to Fashion.
Is that really the book that you're choosing to showcase here?
When I'm traveling. It's called How to Love, and it reminds me basically.
So far I'm seeing a lot of like mainstream titles, which is fine.
Delicious.
But these are all definitely ones that have been like,
but it's a very easy read.
New York Times bestseller list.
Eat it up like a snack. It's so good, and I love kind of swift, sharp, and relentless. And that is the review by AJ Finn, who I love. She did The Woman in the Window. So
AJ Finn is a man. Just throwing that out there. We have some Avatar, The Last Airbender, graphic novels. Okay, so overall, I like the aesthetic, I think, of the shelf. I love that it's in like a glass cabinet. I love that it's antique looking. I like that it's like a family heirloom type thing. I like the trinkets on top. They very much go with like the antique feel. I even inside, even though there's no like actual organization, I feel like there's a good variety. Even though she was like, all my books are thrillers, she then proceeded to show us like nothing that were thrillers. She did throw in a few thrillers, and the thrillers that she had were pretty mainstream, which is, you know, fine. It tends to be a lot of what I read when I read thrillers. But I did see there was some YA on there, some nonfiction that was kind of a variety of nonfiction. There was some historical, there was graphic novels, so I do feel like it was a pretty good mix. So I think overall, if we're going to rate this out of like, we had a book stack of books, up to 10 books, I think I would give this like a 7 or an 8 out of 10. Just because like it feels very wholesome. Next we have Tia Mowry's bookshelves.
I didn't want to be seen.
Okay, first look. The overall aesthetic. I love a thick bookshelf. That's mine. Tend to be the thicker shelves. I love a thick shelf. I'm loving the color of these shelves. The color is stunning. I'm not seeing a lot of books.
What's up? Tia Mowry here. So, you guys, I'm about to get
Mowry? I thought it was Mowry. It's Mowry?
Library. I have a range of different books. So
it doesn't look like many.
Health books.
Younger Skin, The Seed of the Soul, Low FODMAP Diet.
I wake up to it every morning, and it reminds me of all the hard work.
I was gonna say, it mostly looks like her shelves are her. It mostly looks like her shelves are her accomplishments. It's not so much like books for funsies. Can we really call this a personal library, though?
Okay, guys, so I'm going to share with you.
Can we really call it that?
5 of my favorite books of all time.
It looks like most of these are used for decoration. They are not. A Million Little Pieces came out forever ago, and there was a lot of controversy around it. I have to say, so far I'm quite underwhelmed. For having such beautiful shelves, this definitely feels more of just like a showcase shelf. Oh, her own.
A book that I wrote with my sister called Twin Tuition. I just feel like this is just
nice little self-promo in there. Who is cropping this video? You don't even have the book in the video. I feel like I've seen enough of this video to be able to tell, one, the aesthetic of the overall shelves is amazing. I love the look of this. I love the color. I love the sophistication of it. There's trinkets. However, it's definitely more of a show shelf. As we can see, the content of the shelves is quite lacking. And the books that she did mention, I feel like, were quite older, which is fine. However, it doesn't look like she's kept up with any new books at all, and probably isn't reading any new trend books. So it's basically like, oh, here's a book that literally everyone has read, and I feel like I should read it, and not necessarily like, I look for reading for fun. So, yeah, I don't know. The shelves themselves are like 10 out of 10 for me. I love the look of these shelves. But the overall content is like it's non-existent. So it's like a 1. So I think overall, I'm gonna give these a 3 out of 10 because like it's just, I would not, like I would think that someone had bought these books to display. Like they are not to read. Okay, so Katherine, she was on the Shadowhunters TV series. I don't know what else she's been in. Okay, immediately, these are like well-loved books. I can see tears and tatters. These are probably bought used. None of them do not look like newer print copies. So either she has a thing for reading classics, or these are for looks.
Amalgamation of my brain, I think, laid out in a shelf. Hey,
it's interesting to me that none of these celebrities are very good at looking at the camera lens and not the viewfinder.
I'm Katherine McNamara, and I'm about to give Marie Claire
McNamara. Okay, Katherine McNamara.
Into my personal library.
I can see Sherlock Holmes, 3 Women, which was one that was on my list. The Alchemist again, Donna Tartt's The Goldfinch. It is interesting to me. This looks like it's just like a shelf from IKEA. That is interesting to me.
Needless to say, I love books. I've always been a huge reader.
Oh, okay. We got horror sections, some thrillers. Funko Pops. Oh, they're Shadowhunter Funko Pops. I think that's why. And I do see the Shadowhunter books. Makes sense.
I stand on my chair. That we start at the top.
For my 10th birthday,
Oh,
all
Shakespeare?
I wanted was Shakespeare's complete folio.
That's a really nice edition.
There it is. So I keep it away from...
So collector's editions. We have some kind of horoscope stuff. Ghost hunting, Joe Hill. Okay, so there does look like there's maybe some newer stuff, some older stuff.
I stayed up all night to read. It was when I was reading the Mortal Instruments series for the first time. Oh, you know what it was? It was City of Glass.
These shots of kind of the same shelves over and over again.
Then as we continue our tour,
oh, some Funkos, some little trinkets.
Things that are inspiring to me.
The overall aesthetic of this, I feel like, is pretty messy and chaotic. I will say that, like, the overall aesthetic is kind of like basic, I guess. It looks like a bookshelf. It's got a lot of stuff thrown on it, I feel like. So the overall aesthetic might be around like a 5 out of 10 for me. The books themselves, I do feel like it seems like she's pretty well read in a variety of things, but mostly it looks like classics. In the way that she was talking about books, that I do feel like, you know, reading is something that she takes very seriously. You can tell that the books are pretty well loved. She's gone to like thrift stores and like picked these books out, and you know, some care has gone into picking the books that she owns. So overall there, I think that could be like a 9 out of 10. So I think overall these shelves would probably get like, probably like a 7 out of 10. Just for like the content of them. The overall aesthetic is kind of just like mishmash. But I do think that like the care went into selecting the books that are on her shelves. And then the last one is Alanis Morissette. Everyone talks about apparently how she has this massive library, so I figured I would save her for last. I'm very intrigued to see what she has and what her library looks like. Right away, there's a lot of shelves going on, but again, it's interesting to me. These just look like IKEA bookshelves.
Not as many books, so I used to hide all my books.
I see a ladder. I see a ladder.
You might notice that I don't have any shade.
I love that they're stacked on the floor. I love it.
Hi, I'm Alanis Morissette, and I'm about to give Marie Claire a peek into my personal library. Welcome to Shelf.
Are they looking at someone? Why do they have such a hard time looking at the lens? Are they looking at someone? Their phone? 2 ladders? She has 2 ladders. Oh, these are floor to ceiling. Floor to ceiling. There's books on the floor. There's books just shoved into shelves. There's ladders. 10 out of 10 so far.
World at home in the world.
It kind of almost looks like an unorganized thrift store. Do you know what I mean? Like some of these kind of look like textbooks. Some of them look like nonfiction. Some of them, you know, it looks like there's.
But pretty much everything that comes out
a lot happening
now is a pure inspiration. China study is a.
Okay, yeah, these right now these are all like nonfiction. None of these look super up to date. What is the organization? All the ladders. Oh, there's 4 ladders.
Recommendations. I would say my Aunt Katie and I have a similar slant or approach or a voracious love of spiritual books. What I love reading.
I personally am not a fan of brown shelves.
I just love reading about
personal preference to me.
One of the greatest smells of all time. I have 3 perfumes, 4 perfumes that were modeled after this smell.
Girl, drop the names. Drop the names. It's pretty well read in a variety of.
My goal is to be as much of an ally as I possibly can be.
She seems pretty well read in a variety of different topics. Nonfiction, very much learning. She has this sense of like deep learning, it seems like, to learn as much as she can on a lot of different topics. I was really hoping that she would have some sort of video on her like organization, because to me it doesn't look like there's any organization. It looks kind of like a cluster, and with that many books I do think like it would be hard to keep track. I mean, they might be by subject, because it does seem like she reads from a variety of subjects. So the overall look and aesthetic, I love the shelves are floor to ceiling. They look like they go all the way around the room. There's 4 ladders, but the overall organization is a little it's a lot, I feel like, happening, and as someone who tends to like more, I'm very much into the way that my shelves look. Personally, as anyone will know, I'm very much about the aesthetic. I don't necessarily care about like making sure that they're sorted in a like by genre or anything like that, but this just feels like a lot to me personally. I'm so sorry, Alanis. I did you dirty with that skill, that screen still there. I think for just the chaos of it all, I feel like I have to give it like a 9. It can't be a full 10 just because there's a lot happening. Maybe an 8, 9. I do wish that they had really spanned the whole room. I feel like they are just not showcasing this to its full potential here. Just because I have no, like, it looks like a lot and it's stressing me out. Like, I just want to go in and like rearrange things to look beautiful and pretty and like all the same height or all the same color, or you know, I just want to go in and touch things. Slightly underwhelmed that there wasn't more decorative looking shelves. I would think, you know, as celebrities they would have someone who kind of professionally comes in and provides these things. But I was expecting a little bit more oomph, I guess, in the overall presentation of the shelves. I'm not doing this to shame anyone. If your library looks like this, that is totally fine. Again, everyone's personal libraries are suited to them and to make them happy, and these are just my own personal opinions on the thing. Obviously, these celebrities do not care about my opinion. So there's that. Maybe I should do one where, oh no, that could get me in trouble. I was gonna say I could do one where I rate other people's bookshelves, but that could get me in trouble. Oh, I could do a series of like suggesting how to organize your shelf. Nope, I'm gonna get myself in trouble. We're not gonna do that. I'm interested to see other people's shelves all the time. I love seeing people's shelves. If you ever want to tag me in a picture of your bookshelves, please do, because I just love looking at bookshelves so much. As we know, I've, you know, designed my own and have loved looking at mine and changing them up all the time. I'm always looking for new inspiration. I hope you guys have liked this video. Don't forget to subscribe to see future videos from me. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!